Welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura. I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid. Roles can be reversed, flip it, switch it, twist it. Interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Never force anything, especially on this channel where we like to not just look at what goes on the surface. We do look at the spiritual blocks and shadows and see how they play out as karmic themes. Gives you an opportunity to see your situation from a different perception, which a lot of times is very healing. And it's a way that you're able to see how you can actually shape shift your reality. And we do pull cards on that as well. All right. Now, if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you got to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word of the video in your comment bar. The word of the video is always how I like to start off my readings. It's how Spirit tells me where we're going to begin, what we need to focus on. It's the underlining energy, what's influencing your reading, why your person's doing what they're doing, why you're doing what you're doing, why things are playing out karmically the way that they are. Okay, the word elitist, elitist. So you're going to write that word in your comment bar. I'm feeling like you're connected to someone that cares a lot about how other people perceive them, that they want to be perceived as someone that is of a high caliber, someone that has a lot of money, is someone that um, is, is able to go to like exclusive clubs, exclusive places for dining, and they tend to have a very um, indulgent way of being where they drink a lot, they party a lot, they may eat a lot. It's again, they're used to just having an indulgent life, but they want to be seen as someone that is a very high caliber, someone that is very elite, is someone that's very financially savvy and is seen as someone that is very successful in business, successful in just in life. They're of upper class. They want to be seen like this. Now, I also feel like at one time, this person didn't see you this way, and now they're starting to see you this way. And so they're having a lot of mixed feelings about it. I'm feeling like they're, first and foremost, they're getting triggered because they didn't perceive you that way. And now all of a sudden they're perceiving you that way, and now they're not perceiving themselves that way. So their ego is getting triggered. Second of all, they want to be a part of it. So there's a want and a desire. And so, like, there's all these, again, different feelings and emotions. Now we're going to pull some cards to feel why I pulled this out, why you're connected to someone that cares a lot about appearance and what they look like. And I feel like when they were picking a person to be with, it's like the person, they needed to check off a bunch of boxes, right? And I don't feel like you checked off a lot of those boxes. And now that they're looking at life, they're actually seeing you don't really need to check off all those boxes to fit into a certain way of being, to be elite. That here you are, and you seem very like an independent thinker, someone that's very like creative and intuitive, and someone that doesn't do things the way that everyone else does, but you're seen as someone of very high caliber, and they didn't see that in the beginning. So that's why what we got out of that, and that is what's driving the reading. But what I said is that this person is very emotional over it, like very emotional, meaning they have feelings of jealousy, feelings of sadness, feelings of regret, feelings of envy, feelings of, so it's again all the mixed emotions. I left you before you could leave me. So again, this person perceived you to be somebody that you were not, but they also are not who they perceived that they are. They didn't really want you to see who they were, so they didn't let you get close to them. They cared more about their facade. I regret lying to you. Then they do regret lying to you because they see that you're different. They see that you're not the person that they perceive that you were. See, they never gave you enough time. and effort and energy. They wanted to be with somebody that was really flashy, someone that, um, was very materialistic, someone that was like them, cared a lot about appearance, cared a lot about status. And what they see is it's very empty, and that they could actually be with someone like is that's of high caliber and that's a free thinker that lives life on their own terms, which is what I believe that you live, Virgo, which is so appealing to this person on top of it. It's time for me to heal now. I'm going to pull one more. I feel like they feel like it's time for them to heal because you said they've made a lot of choices based on what things look like. So, the relationship that they have or that they have had at one time, the people that they choose to date, uh, just everything. It wasn't based on like what they wanted. It was based on what it would look like, what other people admire, what other people consider to be of high caliber. And really, here it is, you're like nobody else. You're like nobody else because here you are, you're up high caliber, but you live life on your own terms. And what they're seeing is that this person, that they don't really have an identity, that they feel empty inside. Almost like, how could I get it so wrong? Is what I feel. We will be together again. This person feels in their heart that they can win you back because you were loving, you were kind. And part of this is that because you were so loving and you were so kind, it was like this person um, didn't honor it, didn't respect it, didn't find it worthy. But because they don't find themselves worthy. So they were perceiving you through the things that you have instead of your character. And now they're looking at your character more than the things that you have. And what they're seeing is you still are high of high caliber, even if you don't live in a fancy house or drive like an expensive car or wear the most exclusive clothes. You beat to your own drum that you are of high caliber. And that's what they want to be with. They want to be with someone that inspires them. They want to be with someone that makes them better. They feel like being with someone like you would make them better. Um, I think the world of you. And again, you inspire them. I said, like, I feel like you're like their muse almost. Like they get inspired by you. You showed them a different way to be. You showed them that they have no control over love, that they still have feelings for you. Um, Friends or family disapprove of this connection. And so I feel like, again, they're realizing is they live too much by other people's rules. So of course, those people don't want, anybody to be with this person. This person is of a high caliber. They make a lot of money. They care about their appearance. To whoever's with them gets to benefit that. So they don't want anyone new coming in and digging into the pot, especially someone that might potentially get more. So it's like I said, I feel like your person tends to be very easily manipulated through the people that's in their environment because they benefit. But being part of this, you know, friendship or unit or whatever it is that they are want to be seen as a part of that makes them seem as if they're elite because they have money, um, they're feeling empty inside. They're like, again, living for the rules of other people, for the people that they're connected to, the people that they want to fit in with, the people that, they've always, you know, uh, I guess like admired, but also felt as if they had to have this loyalty to. Again, sometimes long-term friendships, there is a loyalty there. But your person seeing it's like being connected to these people and having money and being like seen this way is leaving them empty. I need time. Then they need time to figure out how they're really going to break away. What they're seeing is they've been very codependent for a very long time, that they don't really have an identity. They don't really know what they like. So what they're seeing is, I'm really attracted to you and I see the life that you're living and I admire so much, but I don't really know who you are. And because they didn't give time, didn't give time because they cared too much about what everything looked like. And I feel like they said you weren't flashy. You again are someone that's very down to earth. This person lived a lot like through their persona instead of like who they are, because there really isn't anything there. I wish you were here with me. So again, they do think about you, and what they think about you is that you feel like home, that they feel like they could be more themselves with you. And that they would be, because you wouldn't make them wear, like, again, a mask. They don't have to come and live from their persona. With these people that they're connected to, again, there's a sense of elitism and money and whatever, just a certain class of people, but they're empty. I am faced with constant reminders of you. I feel like this person has tried to walk away from you. I'm not going to lie. It's just they feel the soul connection. They don't want to let it go. They can't help it. What they're seeing is that they have no control over love. That I think at one point the money did mean so much to them. They wanted to really be seen as, someone important. They wanted to see as someone as admired, someone that people would want to live the type of life that they have. They really thought that they could do it. And what they're seeing is that as the time goes by, they miss you more and more each day, and that they can't do it. They're subconscious. Well, you like again looking for you. That's why there's a constant reminders of you, that you're always on their mind. Mental health, where they actually feel as if it's like creating like imbalances, because they're always thinking of you, and then they're getting triggered by the people that are in their life because they're not happy with their life, and then they really don't care about like what other people perceive of them. They don't really care anymore, so they almost feel like, am I losing my mind because all this was important to me? I built up this life. I helped create this life. So why don't I like this life now? Why don't I feel satisfied with this life right now? They feel like they're losing their minds. They literally feel like they're losing their mind. I want to pull from a different guy. I always like to see, do they know what type of relationship is this? Or again, can we go even deeper to see again, this person I feel like is going through an awakening. So, and the awakening is how they've lived, and that they don't really want to live this way, and that they feel like they're missing something. And it all comes back to themselves, even though I feel like the connection that they have with you is actually like kind of like what sparked this whole thing. And it's because they never had anything to compare to. I feel like this person was very sheltered. So let's see, like, what type of relationship is this? What are they going to do? Because right now, what I see is they're not doing anything, to the point that it's affecting their mental health. And it's because too many friends and family are in the way. Again, manipulating this person. because they can feel that your person doesn't really want to be part of that tribe. And so maybe all these people own a business together and they want this person to be with somebody. Or maybe the person's already with somebody that they don't really want, a divorce because that would influence their money. Again, some reason or another, it's like they have too much power, too much influence over your person. And your person's feeling it and they don't like it. Where one time they didn't notice. I can't fully be there for you as long as this other person is in my life. I know it's hard for you, but I have to go through this experience in order to heal it. See, they didn't realize that they were allowing other people to control their life. So what it is that they have a lot of other people that are influencing them, but it's because they're with a karmic and they don't want to be with this karmic. So if you met this person and they pretended to be single, it's because your person pretends that they're single. They don't want to be with this karmic, but other people and the karmic wants them to be with them because again, they don't want their money to be influenced. And again, for a long time, your person was okay with that life. So what's happening is it's almost like your person has to be so miserable and it's got to bother them so much where they're suppressing it. They're trying not to like walk away from the life. They're trying to please other people. And what they're seeing is like they're getting more and more and more uncomfortable. I wish you could see that we are mirroring each other right now. And I feel like you're angry and you're frustrated, and I feel like they're angry and they're frustrated. But it's like this is not where you're mirroring them. Well, it actually is, Spirit is saying, because you're sitting there waiting for this person to get off their rear end and do what they need to do to like set appropriate boundaries. And you're getting frustrated because they're not doing it. It's like they're holding back, they're holding back. And this person is frustrated because they feel that other people have control over their lives. But both of you are not, again, choosing your free will, where if this person can't be there for you because they are connected to somebody else, then it's like it's up to you to be happy. And your person, no one needs to, again, your person can leave at any time. No one should emotionally be able to manipulate them. And also, they shouldn't be asking you to sacrifice because they're not strong enough. They're benefiting from being with the karmic too. They don't want to leave their finances. They don't want to be seen any differently. They don't want to lose their status. Once they divorce, they lose a lot of money. Once they walk away from all these people, they lose a lot of money. They lose their status. Then who are they? They're nobody. They're nobody. So there's a lot of frustration. And that's how you both are mirroring each other. I know I need to release attachments with karmic people. I'm creating a plan to leave him or her. So they say that they're leaving. Say that they're leaving. And they're trying to. I just feel like this person is moving snail slow. Just couldn't move any slower. That's just way too many. Just way too many. But we'll take the one that flipped over. Let's see. We are one. Don't let fear get in the way of this truth. So they're trying to, again, even though they're afraid to leave this, life that they have with the karmic, they know that they love you. They know that they want to be with you. They know that that's what they would have to do in order to be in a relationship with you. But they also know that they're extremely fearful because there's going to be consequences. There's going to be big time consequences. And that's really the lesson that your person learns. It's like in adopting this life to be elite, to be seen a certain way, they gave up their freedom. They didn't realize this karmic, like, I mean, like owns them. There's going to be karmic retribution because your person leaves them. And that's what your person's really terrified of. And I pull one more. The universe brought us together for a reason. I am discovering what these reasons are. Again, they can't walk away from you. They can't stop thinking about you. It's like to the point that they're going to change their entire life. It's a big time like change for them, and it is very terrifying, but they just, they never had anything to compare it to. So we have to say, why did you attract this person into your life? Because the universe always brings us people that we need. And so this person we see, like, again, kind of lied in the beginning, said, like, didn't tell you that they were connected to anybody. And so now that they, stayed with that karmic, they're like miserable, and they're seeing and they're looking at their life and they're going through this awakening. It's like, but you had to deal with all that. So it's like, why did you have to deal with all that? Or did you have to deal with all that? Or what was a lesson you were supposed to learn from that? Because the universe brings us people that are going to teach us. So you taught this person. We see obviously what you taught them. The whole reading was about what you taught them. Again, that their life is a sham, pretty much. That's what you taught them. Again, that they would be happy with less and be happy learning to find out who they are and live their truth, because that's what you do. And they could still be seen as someone of high caliber, someone that is elite. Let's see again. What did you learn? What were you supposed to nurturance? Again, this person didn't nurture you. Again, these are the inner child cards. So again, inner child wounds. So what were we supposed to do? When we pull these, it's like we can reparent ourselves, right? Because the universe brings us people and situations into our lives that will show us something about ourselves. And sometimes that's through a trigger. This person, like they said, couldn't be there for you. So again, you had to give to yourself. So you had to give yourself self-love. You had to be the one to nurture yourself again and live your truth. And what I see is that you did this. It's like you didn't chase after this person. I feel like, that's what this person loves about you. The fact that, you don't care what it looks like. You don't care. You live your truth and you find who you are. And that is what actually makes you elite in your own right, because you're living your truth. And when you live that, you become the vibration of love, because you're embodying who you are. What you're saying is when you're embodying who you are, you're loving who you are, you're nurturing yourself by giving to yourself. And so that's how you find your truth. And then you become a magnet for people and situations to come into your life that are in alignment with that. And that's what this person sees that other people see you as someone who's very high caliber, and they didn't see it at first because you weren't driving the fancy car. You weren't living in the big rich house. You weren't wearing the fancy clothes. Again, source. And you stepped into your real truth. Again, source. The connection to God, the connection to the higher self. The higher self is the God part of self that allows you to connect with every single person in the universe, that allows you to co-create. So this tells me you nurtured yourself by creating yourself. And I feel like you advanced within your career. You advanced in other areas of your life because you stepped into your true self, found yourself. And then you became a magnet for all those things that were in alignment with your truth. And that's how we create ourselves. That's how we live our, we're authentic. We live our authentic selves. We may march to our own beat of our own drum, but we're authentic. And when we're, again, stepping into that, we are connecting to source because you're connected to the higher self. And that's, again, like I said, the true self. And in the end, what brings a person to you? A soulmate that feels you through the energy of source, which I feel like feels like home. And this person feels like you feel like home to them. And there's a little sense of shame, embarrassment, sadness that they also didn't kind of like didn't give the relationship enough time because of those outside things. And so now they're not so quite sure that you're going to give them the time, but they're going to do everything in their power to try to make it work. That's what it says here. And it's, again, because they're seeing what's important. And what we see is you stepped into your true self. You did not let this person stop you. You did not, you gave yourself the love by living your truth, and that's what connected you to your higher self. That, again, the higher self is the God part of self, which is of unconditional love by giving yourself what you needed. You didn't wait for this person. This person thought that in a way that you were gonna crumble. And I think that they compare you to the karmic all the time because you do this for yourself and the karmic doesn't know how to do that for themselves. So they always feel like they have to, do and overcompensate for that karmic, that they're tired. They don't want to do that. They want to live their own life. Freedom. Freedom through faith. I calm my thoughts and rise above fear. I free myself of all doubt and entrusting my doubts to God. I have faith in God's perfect timing and placement. I trust his will and find freedom. So this is almost like your person feels you're their person. And in this story, it's almost like you reparented yourself and that this person and you. Now it's a collective reading, so some of you guys are not going to be with this person, but there'll be an opportunity to be with this person if you want to. However, you will need to again rise above the fear and the doubts because you see that this person again is coming back, a different person, and they would be coming in like again, kind of emulating you, and that it's God's timing and placement. Like I said, it's God's timing and placement. It says it right here. So that you're a part of each other's plan. Now you may be like, well, but why? And Spirit says again, it wasn't the timing. It wasn't the timing. And possibly because you needed to nurture yourself and reparent yourself to become that elite person that this person perceives that you are now. But again, if you're seen as elite, it's because there's things happening in your life. You're connecting to other people. They're seeing your life change, which is what helped them see like who you are and what's really important. And vitality, I am a being of light. I accept the divine energy in my body and every one of my cells regenerates. So it's again just that you're in both an energy being of love and of God, and that energy, it's up to us to keep that energy at a high vibration to continually get that vitality, right? I mean, vitality is where we are really just infused with so much energy and really unconditional love does that. So this is saying that this is like a soul relationship that could be, again, if it's up to you, it's a collective reading, and I don't like to say one way or the other, because everyone's going to be different. But in this story, you will be. And the reason why is because you're able to, again, not see it as a loss that this person did whatever that they did, because you took care of yourself. You integrated your wound. So you weren't expecting this person to give it to you. You did it for yourself. All right, I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. You let me know whether you resonated with this. And if you did, give me a like, comment, and don't forget to write the word in your comment bar, elitist. And I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.